Derek,
Mm-hmm.
history's being made, man. Like the United States are breaking barriers. They're doing things that no one really thought they were going to do. Maybe a small minority of people thought this was possible, but I don't know if I don't know how many people would have expected the United States to clinch their group, not just qualify, clinch the group, and on
Mm-hmm.
top of that, score 6 goals in their first 2 matches and
Mm.
win comfortably. I mean, this is uncharted waters, man.
I mean, if you were an extremely optimistic person and maybe snorting coke on the side, you could have probably had this kind of prediction. I mean, we thought it could go either way, but we had 3 things that could happen. We said, 1,
Hey, real quick, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're growing like crazy. The World Cup is among us, and we have a lot of content you guys are not going to want to miss. So also make sure you guys hit that little bell notification so you never miss any of our videos.
everything could go great, and we just win the group. 2, we play really conservatively. We finish second. 3, we absolutely fall apart under the pressure. So option 3 was a scary one. And since we hadn't seen much out of this team, like under that kind of pressure, but then again, we'd never seen them with this kind of support either. It really looks like it lifts them. Whereas I think going into the friendly games, that the crowd half empty, actually filled with more of the opponent's supporters, I think that bummed them out a little. And I think even Poch was a little disappointed leading up to the World Cup. I mean, I think he was unsure of how much support there was going to be. That guy's got a smile, from cheek to ear right now with this support. So I can't underestimate how important the support has been, because these guys have kicked it up to another level. So, yeah, I did not expect. I thought option B would be the most likely. We just play conservative. We eke by, 1-1-1, and we finish second in the group. Or we're out of the group and we're not going to get beat in the group. But I did have this dark cloud hanging over my head that thought that maybe option 3 was possible. 2, we would just crumble underneath the pressure. That has not happened at all.
Okay, so pre-tournament, right? Let's say if I had this crystal orb and the crystal ball, and I was able to tell you tell you things that were going to happen, right? Would you be more surprised that the United States won their group through 2 games, or that Turkey got grouped through 2 games? Which one would have been a bigger shock to you?
I would have said, yeah, that's possible. I would have said that, because we did say over and over again, this group can go anywhere, literally anywhere, because the teams are so mostly evenly matched. So the fact that it's gone our way and it's gone this well, I thought it was possible. I didn't think it was going to be this good too. Like, I thought maybe we'd win, 1-0, 2-1, but we're crushing dudes. So, I mean, Paraguay we smashed, and for a half, we mostly dominated in the second game as well. Yeah, I didn't see that coming, honestly. But I wouldn't have been surprised if you brought out your orb and told me so. I would have said, well, if that's what your orb says, I'm with you, Will.
But were you more like, yes, I agree, but like, I think the part, so were you more shocked though that we won? Are you more shocked that Turkey is grouped? I mean, this is a team where they have all these talented players. They made their first World Cup in 24 years. And the reason I'm saying this is because we're about to play them, right? We'll get to that in a second. But this is a team that looked hungry. They talked a lot of shit, honestly, that this was their moment. And they got grouped in 2 games. Paraguay, the team that lost 4-1 to us, beat them. And the team that grouped them with a player down because he was talking with his hand over his mouth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, that's some bullshit. I think that's crazy. That I don't care if that's a rule or not. That's crazy. That should not be a red card.
They were all told the rule. I think it should be a yellow as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a reminder, hey, you can't do that. You do it again, giving you another yellow and you're out. But I guess the red was to prevent what had happened in Europe. In Champions League, I believe that's when it happened, when somebody covered their mouth and called somebody else, their mom's an F word or whatever it was. They decided, well, we don't even want to have that happen here. So in order to make it impossible for anyone to be a racist pig or whatever it is, we're just say, if you're arguing with another player, you can't cover your mouth. I get it. It seems harsh. At the same time, I think it's an all or nothing rule where they don't want to deal with that. It should knock it out of the game completely. And frankly, he just forgot the rule. I think he forgot it, but the other team didn't forget it, because as soon as he did it, man, they're like pointing at him. They're like, he did it. He did it.
And it didn't even matter.
Almiron's not the smartest, he's not the brightest bulb in the pack anyhow. So,
yeah. Well, it's crazy they still lost, even because that happened pretty early in the game. I think that they scored 3 minutes in, and I think that the red card was issued at like maybe 17, 20 minutes. Yeah, 20. Yeah, so they had like almost 70 minutes.
Whole game ahead of them.
Yes, with 10 minutes, they still couldn't score. Goalless through 2 games, which is insane. Turkey.
They were broken, dude. They just can't figure out even how to break down a 9-man low block. They're just broken. They're broken. They got nothing. And if you would have told me that, did Yıldız, did he look like the normal? No, he looked a little injured. But still, you should be fighting for a goal. You should get a goal, at least one goal. Nope. Not a single goal in the tournament for Turkey. They were indeed the turkeys of this tournament so far. Gobble.
That's exactly right. And that's like, I guess that leads me to my next point. So this is the next game we have, right? The United States are in a rare spot. They don't have to play anyone if they don't want to, because they've locked up their spot. There's nothing they can do right now that's going to give them any better, any more of a leg up on who they're playing next or anything like that. It is locked in stone where they are at, right? Yep, so are able to choose. They're able to use this third match in the group stage as a rest friendly, whatever the hell you want to call it.
They will.
Yeah, and they will, right? Who would have thought that would happen? That's amazing, because I do think some of these guys are going to need the rest, especially if we're down the stretch, if we're going to make a run. So we're in agreement, right? We're going to probably see pretty close to a complete swap out of a starting 11.
I could name you the starting 11 that I think, and if you want me to do that, but I will tell you, playing Adams would be absolutely dumb. Balogun or Jedi or Richards all have yellows. And I saw somebody the other day on Fox like, well, you got to play him. You got to play Jedi. Give him 30 minutes. Well, you give him 30 minutes or a half even, and he gets a yellow card. That's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. And people get yellow cards for doing stuff on accident. They don't even do them on purpose. They get yellow cards. So no, I'm not playing any 4 of those guys at all. I'm sitting Pulisic. Obviously, he's not healthy. And hope he's healthy for the round coming up. I'm not playing Tillman. I mean, not that Tillman has a history of injuries, but I'm not playing him. I'm not playing McKennie either. I'm giving these guys a break. And I'm not even going to give the risk of them getting a red card for whatever reason. The Turkish players they're upset. They're going to come out pissed. They're going to hack away. They got nothing to lose. They're not playing another game. They could play really ugly ball. What if we retaliate? What if we pull a Tim Weah, right? I'm not playing any of our starters. None. I'm not even playing Matt Freese. I wouldn't play him. I would go with Matt Turner for a half and Brady in the other half. Just have fun with it. Everybody gets to play. It's an Oprah Winfrey show again, right?
So it's the friendlies. Okay, we're going to the friendly model.
Hey, we did it once. Let's do it again, right? And then you start Scally out right wing and you start Arson out left. I know this sounds horrible. You start Trusty Robinson and McKenzie at the center back spots, and God help us, but Berhalter and Roldan in the middle in front of them. I know. And then up front, you got Reyna, Aronson, and Weah, right? And Pepe up top. Yes, I'm going to play Pepe. I'm going to keep at least one of the guys who started last game in here. Let's give him more time. I'm not putting Balogun anywhere near the field. He's got a yellow. And you might even bring Wright in at halftime for Pepe. I think they split it, right? Yeah, let him play fucking 90. Don't play any of our starters. Don't do it for injury risk or card risk. And people are like, well, you got to keep them fit. If these guys get out of fitness in 10 days, then something wrong is happening in practice. I have heard people say that. Well, they're not going to be fit if you don't play them for 10 days. Yeah, you can keep them fit. Trust me. It's called running in practice. Lots of it. Maybe not, one-on-ones and 9-on-9s or 7s on. Yeah, I don't want anybody to get hurt. But so there'll be some easy kick arounds, but they're going to run. He's going to make them run and keep them fit. Trust me.
If someone's out of form or out of shape in 10 days,
yeah,
they were never in shape. They were never in shape to begin with.
Exactly.
That's just a fact. I'm sorry. That's just a fact. Yeah, no, I agree with that. A part of me, though, kind of doesn't want to start Pepe just because in case Pulisic is hurt still, he's most likely going to start next to Ballo again, I would assume. I mean, I could be wrong, but I would assume that's probably what he'll do. So I think I'd probably give Haji the start.
I think you're going to have to give somebody a break. I mean, unless you're going to play these guys all 90. But the reason I play Pepe is he's generally safe. His injury is over. Give him a chance to score some more goals. Take him off at halftime and let Haji play the other half. I don't think he's going to get in any trouble in 45. And let's just say for whatever weird reason Pepe does get injured. Let's say this time he breaks his other arm for whatever reason or a left testicle. You still got Haji Ray can play that same spot, right? He does it and did it all season. Well, not all season because he played a lot of center forward this season for his team. But Coventry, last season, the season before that, I mean, he was playing the very spot Pulisic plays on the regular. So I think we'd have an option there. I think 45 minutes is okay for Pepe. And the reason I'm not going to play Freeze is I don't need him picking up a card either. I mean, sometimes you got to make, to stop a goal, you might do something stupid, like get a penalty for taking a guy out when he's coming, right at you. You dive incorrectly, you take out the player, not the ball, you get a red card. You're done. Not that that'd be the end of the world because we still have Turner, and I think he would start, and I probably wouldn't lose much sleep over that. But, let's keep everybody healthy. Let's keep everybody out of the card situation. And Turkey are going to come out and be very frustrated and angry and nasty. They're grumpy, dude, and I'd be grumpy too if I were them.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on one thing, but it's not that big of a deal. I think I would probably start Chris Brady the whole entire game because, to your point, if they're playing choppy and they're playing reckless, what if both of them get hurt? Then you're down to one goalkeeper. I'm not saying that could happen, but why would you even risk injuring two possible goalkeepers? Just go with one and preferably.
Yeah, I mean, but somebody's got to play backup well. And if you're giving them 45-45, the chances that both of them get injured is astronomical, right?
Would you want to risk it though? I mean,
I'm going to risk that, yes, because I think the Stars are. There's no way that's happening. There's no way.
I mean, I would honestly just play Brady the whole time because I think he's the future anyway. And I mean, it's not like there's going to be. It doesn't matter anyway, right? So just let him play the whole game and just let Matt Turner rest because there's no gain from playing him. I think
there's no gain except for we have seen in the past that, and this is the other reason I say all this, that Poch is a very giving character.
Yes.
He loves to let everybody get some playing time. And this is going to be his way. I can see it now of thanking all the guys that are on the bench for being great teammates and helping this team dominate the group this early. I cannot see a way that Matt Turner doesn't get some time in this game. So you could either go all Matt Turner or all Brady. I don't care, but I am predicting right here it's going to be split again, like it was during the lead up to the World Cup.
Okay, so that gets us into our next point. All right, what are you looking to get out of this? I mean, we both agree that this is kind of a rest game. Turkey's done. They might not even start some of their guys. I mean, they might just go ahead and play some young guys who they consider to be the future just to get them some World Cup minutes, even though it doesn't. There's no going up from here. It's over with after this game. What do you expect to get out of this game? Besides being healthy, is there anything that you're looking for the USMNT to do?
There are some players that I know are real options off the bench going forward for us in case someone gets tired or someone is injured. So I want to see how Berhalter does in this and if he's still going to be a viable option to give Adams a rest going forward. And there's one player regardless if he had a card or not, is not playing for me. I need that guy. Well, I need all of them fresh as a daisy because there's 10 days until the next match right after that. So, if you can get Pepe flowing too, if he can score a couple goals, if you put on my starting 11, that would be nice. It'd be nice to see Reyna get something going too. So going into the next game, you can rely on him if you need a goal. And let's not fool ourselves. If that game, which will probably looking very likely to be Bosnia at this point, they're not going to be shrinking violets. They're going to come out. They're a tough bunch of guys. And so we just need to be ready as we go through the knockout rounds that some of our subs are going to play. I hope to God it's not Roldan, obviously, or Robinson, not the other Robinson, Miles. I hope we don't need him. I hope we don't have to need Trusty again, but we probably will. So this is a good option. Put him out there and get some time. And then the rest of it's just like handing out, slices of cake to the guys who are putting in all the time in my minutes. Scally obviously played last game, so he might get more playing time down the road if we're up 3-0 in a game. So I guess that's the only thing we're going to get out of this, Will. Other than that, we're not going to get anything. Certainly not any jollies. I mean, we could win with our backups, and that'd still be really nice. I hope the rest of America is informed of this, and so they don't go to the game and, Fox doesn't announce very clearly that this is not our starting 11 and he's putting in our backups. I mean, we've seen them do that before where, we don't want to lose people watching the broadcast, so we're not going to tell them what's really going down here. As long as America's informed and, they should be told why it's going on and why it's happening. I know they've already been debating it on Fox and other channels already of what Poach should do. But if people have any precedent about Poach and Poach's willingness to just play a whole new group of 11, they know that could be very, very much coming down the pike.
I don't know if you read my tweet that I posted the other day as a joke, but I said that lineup against Turkey is about to be insane. If Turkey can't score against Miles Robinson, then they need to be relegated.
Well, let's also keep in mind, I think Turkey are going to play some of their younger players. I don't think they're going to put their starting lineup in.
No, I don't either.
You don't want to put those 11 losers that lost the first 2 games back in there. Let some other guys have an opportunity. Maybe they'll be hungrier, right? Like as the coach, you're going to get fired anyhow. So
he's screwed.
Oh, he's done. He's absolutely done.
I'm surprised he hasn't been fired already, to be honest with you. I mean, I know that they have no chance of advancing and they probably don't want to have an interim for one game. But yeah, hey everyone, quick word from our sponsor, FanDuel. If you're into soccer like I am, you already know how exciting La Liga, the Premier League, and MLS matches can get. With FanDuel, you can make it even more fun by placing bets on your favorite teams and matches across all 3 leagues. Whether it's a Premier League showdown, a La Liga thriller, or an MLS game with your local club, FanDuel makes it easy and exciting to bet on what you watch. Just remember, you have to be 21 years or older to play. Please bet responsibly and only if you're of legal age and in a state where it's allowed. Download the FanDuel app or head over to FanDuel.com, sign up, and get in on the action. Thanks for supporting the channel through FanDuel. Yeah, he's done. He might not get a job for a little bit because of how bad this has been, because this is the definition of underwhelming. I mean, compared to what expectations were supposed, were before the tournament started.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I just keep thinking that, man, I thought this was going to be a game for the group. I really thought this was going to be. I thought this was going to be a game to decide who was going to win the group, and I just cannot believe. I'm serious. So if you'd asked me earlier about was I more surprised the United States won their group through 2 games, or if Turkey was grouped through 2 games, I would have easily said Turkey being grouped through 2 games. Just because
I didn't think Turkey was that good.
But did you think they're going to be grouped through 2 games?
I thought it was possible they could be beat by Paraguay and maybe tied by Australia, and I was hoping we would beat them. But yeah, I was never really that massively impressed by Turkey. They are not like Germany. Well, no, taking that back, because Germany ain't Germany anymore. They're not Spain. They're not Argentina. Yeah, they're not even Belgium. So, yeah, I wasn't that worried or concerned, but I did think this group could go any direction. It really could. So I'm not really shocked that they got grouped. I'm really not. And if you watch their first game, you're like, they could get grouped. They're bad. They're really bad.
No, that was terrible, and it just was more the same against Paraguay, 10-man Paraguay. Okay, so we're in cruise control right now. We get a game off. I think our next game is July the 1st, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say that's the next game after Turkey. Yeah, and we'll find out who we play. But we talked about this a little bit pre-show about who our path is looking very favorable to possibly go into the quarterfinals. I think if things were to stay right now, we'd play Bosnia in the round of 32. And then in the round of 16, it was between Czechia and someone else that's slipping my mind right now. But no Spain, no France, no Argentina. It's looking like in the round of 16. Maybe we play Belgium. But, hey, they looked very vulnerable today. They did not look good.
That good.
They don't look that good. So I'm telling you right now, and I made a video earlier. I made it yesterday and dropped today. The only 3 teams that genuinely scare me is France, Argentina,
and England.
Maybe Spain because they looked pretty good today.
They did look good today, but they played Saudi Arabia, so I'm not that impressed with whatever they did today. I watched it. I was like, yeah, well, okay. They woke up out of their snooze. So really the only teams Spain would not be good. I don't want Spain, but they're not undefeatable. France looks pretty scary when they finally get going. They took them a whole half to figure out how to get going. The only team that's been all around pretty much impressive is Argentina. Germany looked like shite this weekend. Okay. They didn't look that good. They barely won that game. Belgium doesn't look that good. Like all the mid-level teams don't look that impressive. So
Netherlands.
The Dutch don't blow my balls off either. I just don't think this has been I'm not impressed. All these teams don't look like they used to. None of them do. And so England played well, but their defense was shaky. So there's that. They won 4-2. They gave up 2 silly goals. So, they're going to be tough. England will be tough to play. But, we have a pretty good record of pulling our stuff together against England. I think this could be our time. Like, if all the things align and these teams don't wake up, like, I think I'd take Belgium in the round of 16. I'd be fine with that. Just don't get me.
Of Belgium.
I'm not afraid of Belgium. Like I said, the only team I'm really afraid of right now is Argentina. And then after that, France. And then after that, Spain. And everybody else you can throw in a bucket. England, a tier down, but and above it, the bucket, right? But the bucket is large right now. So it sounds like bragging, but I just feel really good right now about the way we are playing. And that's why people are saying, well, you don't want to lose that rhythm. You got to put everybody out there and play them 60 minutes, 65 minutes. Like, no, you don't. You don't even risk that shit. You don't risk it. You don't have to. So don't do it. In a meaningless game. Yes, it's still a meaningless game. Got to keep them in rhythm. They're fine. They're fine. They look in rhythm. I don't think that's going to get broke in a week and 3 days. I think we'll be good. All right.
So I got a couple stats for you as we wrap up about this World Cup so far, right? And by the way, I do think the stars might be aligning, but we'll see. I'm gonna be cautious, but it could be aligning.
Could be.
Things are. If me and you were looking at the ideal situation pre-World Cup, this would definitely be in the fold of that. This would definitely be a path we would be like, yeah, that looks pretty good.
Looking good. Yeah.
Looking good. So here's some stats for you. Okay. United States, Mauricio Pochettino has coached 2 games for the United States ever in the World Cup. He is now tied for the most wins ever in a World Cup for the United States already. He's only played 2 games.
In one tournament?
In one tournament. He's already tied for the most of all time with 2. Already.
Bruce only won
I think Bruce was, yeah.
Bruce only had 2. Yeah.
Yep. Because he had a draw, a win, and a loss in the group stage, and then they beat Mexico in the
2.
Yep, and that was it.
And then 2006, we sucked.
We were terrible.
We were awful.
And then Bob had 1 win. Jurgen had 1 win.
1 win. Yep.
And then Berhalter had 1 win.
The 1930s coach had 2 wins.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So Mauricio Pochettino is already an elite company, which is, I said it was sad. I mean, it is kind of sad when you think about it that the record is 2 wins in the World Cup. But so that's 1, right? Obviously, the goal scoring. I don't think we've ever scored 6 goals in modern history in a World Cup. I think that's a record already.
That's a record too.
So we have the wins, the scoring, the confidence. And that's why I said we're breaking norms. Like, this is just not normal for us, and that's why I think people can't look at it through the usual U.S. men's national team lens. It's a completely different thing.
It is, and you also have to be wondering behind the scenes: is Poach going? You know what? Maybe I do want to stay. This has been pretty good. Imagine what I could do 4 years from now. I don't know. He might reconsider if this is a really good run. I doubt it, but you got to wonder if there's a little bird in the back of on his shoulder chirping a little, going, "Hey, it's pretty good here."
No, I think so. I think he, like, before the World Cup, we heard the rumors about Milan. They hired a coach, right? So that didn't go anywhere. I think that he's very open to staying for the right
dinero.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to probably have to maybe not double his salary, but if he makes it to a quarterfinal, he's going to go in there to JT Bats and say, okay, I'll re-up with you for 4 years. We're going to have to pay me $10 million a year instead of 6.
He's a very emotional guy, Coach. People probably have figured that out about him, in the sense that positivity makes him want to stay places, which is why he left PSG. That was all negative. But hearing them shout his name at the end of the game, Pochettino, and see him smile the way he did, like, wow, like he was like cheesing. He was cheesing it up right there on a live interview. And I don't know, could be that little birdie's like, pretty good here. Fans like you.
No, I think there's a chance. I do think there's a chance. And I think that, he's got this thing going in a very positive direction. And I feel like he's one of the coaches that pretty much everyone in our fan base likes, like all facets.
Yeah. He could become a national icon. He really
Pochettino DC. You want to rename it? If we win the World Cup, we renaming it Pochettino DC.
I mean, I'm willing.
The Pochettino Memorial.
Something like that. But I mean, I mean, if we win it, he's definitely getting a statue somewhere.
Oh God, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We got to name a city after him or something, right?
Yeah,
we have to, or a street.
City.
Yeah, I mean, why?
We don't really do that, but yeah, sure. I mean, if the Indiana people in Indiana changed the name of a French town from Narbonne to Narbonne because they couldn't pronounce Narbonne, yeah, sure, why not? We'll just change the town. We'll change, we got to change, what is it, Whitestown. We can change that to Pochettinoville.
I was gonna say, are you gonna move to Pochettinoville or?
Not really. No.
Really, the taxes are good, and I think it's pretty safe. You wouldn't move there?
No, I don't think so.
It's like a metropolis.
I'm not moving to Whitestown, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, we'll see if others would consider moving there.
I heard it's not bad. I'm sure it isn't that bad, but it's near
a winning town.
It's near where I work. That's for sure. It's really funny. On that exit, you got the arrow saying Whitestown left, and see the black. Was it Blacksburg? Black something. If you take a right, so kind of weird. I don't know if you've seen those memes posted.
I have not seen those memes. Yeah. Well, Pochettino, his city would be a metropolis. It would be welcoming for everyone, especially winners. So we'll see what kind of I guess recognition he would get if he did win us a World Cup, which would be, it's hard to even fathom. Derek.
Yeah. We don't need to get that far ahead. Right.
One step at a time, right?
One step at a time. Yes.
So, Derek, before we wrap this up, I am going to be joining you on your channel for the watch along on Thursday for the Turkey game. And I think it starts at, is it 8 p.m. Eastern time or is it 9 p.m. Eastern time? The actual game itself.
I think it's 9, but we'll start at 8:30 if it's 9. We always give ourselves 30 minutes to preview,
it starts at 10 Eastern time. So we'll be 9:30. It's gonna be a late one.
9:30, a late one.
Yes.
And then maybe Adam, but depending on what part of Greece he's in at the time, whether or not he has a view of the game and can get out of his family's way, right?
Well, listen, I appreciate you, my friend. Make sure you guys go check him out tomorrow night on Straight Red Card at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then you will see me and Derek and possibly Adam from Greece on Thursday night at 9:30 Eastern time.
Not the movie either.
Not the movie time either.
The country.
He can't dance and he can't sing like that, Adam. He just can't. Okay.
No, he can't.
So I appreciate it, guys. We'll see what happens versus Turkey. Hey, if you're a USMNT fan, you should be feeling very, very optimistic right now. But like Derek said, one game at a time. We will see what happens. Until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon.
Later.